show. We have Jake Elliott with us on Golf Today. Jake, second Super Bowl parade in the last 7 years for you. How does this one compare to 2018?
Man, just as good, if not better. I think Philly knew what they were prepared for this time around, and they got after it early. It was a lot of fun.
Jake, you're moving now into an entirely different sport, a different setting. You're going up against guys who have a decent amount of competitive golf experience, even though it was never their day job. Where do you stack up in terms of that kind of competition?
And I hope I'm right up there. Although this football season kind of dragged, and it's put me behind the 8 ball a little bit. I'm going against some retired guys who have been on the course all year. So we'll see if we can knock some rust off pretty quick here and try to compete.
I guess that's the drawback of a deep playoff run, as it cuts into your offseason and getting that golf game tip-top. I've heard you're, about a 3 handicap?
I think I ended last summer +1. I kind of flirted with +1 scratch. So I can play a little bit.
Who else? I know Saquon's into playing golf, Dallas Goedert here and there. Who else on the Eagles are you playing with, either before the start of the season or the rare time that you have a kind of free afternoon or free morning to get out there?
Yeah, I play with our punter a lot. Me and Braden kind of go back and forth. He's also a great player. So we have some battles out there during OTAs and during the summertime.
When you're a plus handicap, you obviously have a lot of ability, Jake, but your day job is pretty stressful as it is. What's the stress level like when you're standing at a golf tournament and suddenly you've got folks lining both sides of the fairway and a driver in your hand? Do you feel nerves in that situation?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a lot more nervous in that situation, given I don't do it a whole lot. So that'll be new. I mean, I've played in competitive tournaments before, but nothing really with fairways lined or grandstands or anything like that. So that's going to be a new experience for me. That's going to test my stress levels for sure.
Jake, I'm a New Trier guy, so I remember playing baseball against Lions Township growing up. In your backstory, you played 3 years of tennis, and then if you were pitching this as like a Disney movie, people would say it's a ridiculous plot for how you got into football. But can you just share with our audience, who may not be as familiar with it, how you got noticed to then try out for football and end up to where you are today?
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of a ridiculous Disney plot here. So I was a big tennis player growing up, baseball player, basketball player, but tennis was definitely my my go-to, kind of my college plan and everything. And my freshman year of high school, I got called out of the crowd at a homecoming pep rally to go kick in a field goal kicking contest, just kind of at random. And went out, hit a bunch through, kind of killed the competition, and 2 years go by, and they're still looking for a kicker. I kind of turned down the first opportunity, and it's about a week before the season starts now. And one of the coaches comes and grabs me off the tennis court, and they're struggling to kick field goals, so they asked me to come out and hit a few and go out and knock them through, and said, "Hey, man, come back tomorrow if you want to play." And went home and thought it over, and decided it was kind of a cool opportunity. I'll still play tennis on the side, go to practice for 15 minutes a day, and ended up having a great junior season and started getting kind of recognized and recruited a little bit. But once I got that first scholarship offer after my senior year, that was kind of it for me.
It's a long journey from that to 2 Super Bowls, Jake. When you've achieved the absolute pinnacle of your sport twice, how does that reset your ambitions? What are your ambitions in football now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of drives the hunger even more. I think once you get to that pinnacle, you realize the satisfaction in the process it takes to get there, and that's really what it's about. And trying to get back every single year. Once you get a taste of it, you just want it again and again.
Jake, I mean, we saw what happened to Howie. Are you guys going to have to wear helmets in future Super Bowl parades?
I was going to say it definitely started. Definitely made me brainstorm for next time if we get there. I'm going to probably have the helmet on me for sure.
I mean,
there was a lot of casualties. Our tight end Grant Calcaterra, his wife got hit pretty good, and then our tight ends coach J. Mike, his wife got hit as well. So there was a couple staples later, and I think it's going to be mandatory helmets from here on out.
Howie took it like a champ, but I mean, you guys were dodging beers left and right, it seemed like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a riot. Philly showed up for sure, and there's no shortage of beer in that city.
Speaking of headwear, we notice you've got the Tiger logo, the Sunday Red hat on. Are you trying to conjure a little Tiger intimidation here before this golf tournament?
That's right. I almost put my red on, but I figured it was a Monday. I'll save that for Frisco.
What is a good week for you in Frisco, Jake? Is it based on the experience, or are you still driven enough and a competent enough golfer that it's performance-based, what you expect from yourself?
I mean, I think number one, it's just going to be a good time getting together with a bunch of other NFL athletes and current and post. A lot of them who obviously share the love for the game of golf. So that'll be first and foremost. And then I think once you get out on the course a little bit, the competitive juices are going to start flowing. Especially I know a bunch of these guys pretty well. We played golf together a lot. So once we get out on the course, I think I'm going to want to beat most of these guys.
Jake, you're a Philly golf insider for this segment. We have the PGA Tour coming back to Philly with the Tourist Championship in May at Philly Cricket. Aside from Philly Cricket, give me your short list of favorite spots you've gotten to play around the Philadelphia area.
Geez, there's no shortage out here, that's for sure. Pine Valley, Marion, Aronimink's one of my favorites. I'm at Riverton Country Club, an old Donald Ross course that I absolutely love. Oh God, Lanark, Gulf Mills. God, I mean the list goes on forever. So it's hard to pick all my favorites.
Well, Jake, congrats on your continued success with the Eagles, and glad that you've had some time to dry out after the Super Bowl parade. Now you can focus on your golf game for next month.
There you go. I appreciate it, guys.